Hey there, I'm going to go over some really simple ways that you can incorporate the oils into your yoga practice or if you're a yoga teacher. Okay, so the first is, as I said before in the other video, is I always have that diffuser going in this space here. This is at my house, this is where I practice, so I select an oil in the diffuser that's going to complement the practice for whatever intention I want to bring about, whether it's uplifting or calming or grounding, etc. And with the Premium Starter Kit, there's a variety of oils to choose from that. If you have questions or need help figuring out what oil is best, there's a ton of resources. There's the Hello Essentials group, which we can add you to. It's an oil educational group. There's books, and that's also what we're here for. So don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Then also, depending on if it's hot or warm, or if you want to use the oils directly on your skin, or maybe as a mist, as I mentioned before in my hot yoga classes, or sometimes for pranayama, I use a breath mist with RC. When it's a hot day, I love using the peppermint oil. It's very cooling yet invigorating. And what I do as a teacher is I spritz the oil really high over their body. So if I have a class of like 14 or more, I'm going to use the oil spritzer just because I don't have enough time as a teacher to walk around to each person and do what I'm going to mention next. So I use the spritzer. It's much more time efficient, and the students still receive the benefits of the oil. So if you've been to my hot class, you've experienced this. But essentially I spritz it high above their torsos where they're clothed, because peppermint can be a hot oil, meaning that if it directly contacts the skin, some people are really sensitive and they'll feel a very strong tingling sensation. I love the tingling sensation, but some people don't like it, so I try to be conscientious of that. So that's one way to use peppermint, just spritz it over their torsos. And I had a student say that it felt like this, they heard me come by and spritz them, but then it was a delayed reaction, and then they said all of a sudden they felt this gentle peppermint mist kind of float and surround their body, and they really loved it. So I get a lot of positive feedback for that. As a teacher, the other option is if you have a smaller size class, is you can use an oil directly out of the bottle. So for example, we'll take frankincense. I love frankincense. It's very grounding and centering. It can help deepen meditation. So I might place a drop or two in my palm, and then I rub it together to stimulate the oil, the chemistry bond. I even always sniff a little bit myself, and then I walk around to each student and I hover it over their nose. So while, before I go into Shavasana, whether it be the peppermint or the frankincense, I always give the students the option to opt out. So I tell them what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to spritz you, or I'm going to walk around with an essential oil and I'm going to hover it above your nose. Please let me know if you would like me to skip you. Place a hand on the belly. So they always have an option to opt out. I rarely have people that opt out, but occasionally there's some. And then I tell the purpose. So like peppermint, I mention that it's going to lower their core temperature from the heated class and send them to a deeper Shavasana. Or with frankincense, I say, it's complementing the grounding class that we did. It's going to help deepen your relaxation response, for example. So they understand the purpose of, the oils, that it's more than just a pretty scent, If it's your own home practice, the uses are endless. So frankincense, for example, or, any oil that resonates with you, you could go through the chakras of the body. You can put a drop in your hand, swirl it around, and then go through each chakra of the body with a positive mantra that relates to that chakra to bring balance to your whole system. You can place directly on the crown chakra before meditation to root you down, bring centeredness to your meditation. Sometimes I like to put an invigorating oil like peppermint, if I'm going to do a vigorous practice at home, on my wrists or the back of my head to be more stimulating. You can put, like, if you want to open your heart, you can put lavender there so you feel a deepened relaxation response, a sense of well-being, which opens the heart to receive the benefits of the practice. So these are just a few examples. Let's say, however, though, that you really don't dig the scent of an oil, you know, that came in the kit, but you like the benefits. That's happened to me before. You can also put on the bottom of your foot or the great toe, because there's a lot of capillaries there that'll absorb the benefits of the oil, so you'll still get the effectiveness, but you won't really smell it as much. So that's an option as well. Okay, so just a few quick tips to get the oils started in your practice. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.